What's going on, everybody? Let's make sure we're actually live here. Got a very special guest joining us in just a second. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. How are you?
I'm good. It's a little scratchy, but
A little scratchy.
I
I'm
think that's
This is my first one with a special guest, so I'm hoping it doesn't have any issues. So,
there. Now I can see it.
can see me, hear me? We all good?
Yeah, a little scratchy in the voice, but I can see you.
Okay,
Sure.
cool. We'll figure out the issues here in a minute, but thanks for joining, man.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's I've been watching Savon for years and years, and I'm like, I might as well just start because this has always been a goal of mine, and what better guest than you? So CrossFit Games athlete, I was like, might as well have you. So
Might as well.
how did you find CrossFit? I think I found you at Duratus back in like what 2019 or whatever is when we first met.
Yeah, so we met in 2019, but I started CrossFit, I'd say probably a few weeks or a month after Duratus opened.
Oh wow.
So that's about 13 years ago.
13 years ago. And Kevin's the man. I met Kevin because I looked up Duratus and Kevin popped up and I sent him a message and I'm like, hey man, I'm just this kid. I didn't like the gym I was going to at the moment. And so I was like, I want a different gym. And at that point, like I had full competing aspirations. Like that was my goal. And that's how I ended up moving, obviously. But you were one of the people, like I knew who you were because I stalked you on Instagram and Facebook and all that, saw you were on the team. And I'm like, who is this guy? And at the time, I couldn't find any of your social medias. Like you were pretty quiet on social media. And then just recently, like your Instagram exploded and I've been keeping an eye on you for a while. So, when did you start competing? Oh, I lost your voice, bud. For some reason, I don't have your voice. Are you muted? Let's see. Is your mic on? Lost you. You still there? That's weird. I don't know why I lost your voice, but I did. It was good and then it went away. Give me 1 second. Still figuring out the quirks. There we go. I can hear you now.
You got me.
Yep, that's a little bit better.
We're back.
We're back. We're figuring out the quirks.
Okay,
So, yeah, just give me a rundown of how you started competing and all that.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I remember starting at CrossFit and learned quickly that, hey, you could actually be a professional in this sport. And they have this thing called the CrossFit Games. And I remember talking to a lot of people initially saying, I want to do that. I think I can do that. And ever since then, it's like that's what I've constantly been trying to achieve, as I feel like that is the World Series of our sport. Because it's funny, so I travel for work, and anytime you go anywhere for anything, that's still like the metric is, oh, you've been to the games? Okay. You know, it's always, there's nothing else. It's not for like, oh, you've done this local comp or you've done Wadapalooza. No, it's like, oh, you've gone to the games. You're in this like echelon of athletes.
Different layer, yeah.
You get to go to.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
that still rings true to today.
Yeah.
And so it's always that metric. And I always thought that was really cool. And I've always felt super blessed to even have the opportunity to just be on the same field or even get a chance to play with those kind of athletes. It's a privilege and a blessing.
So you have been to, was your first games experience with Team Duratus? Was that the first time you were on the floor? Walk me through that.
Yes.
Like, what was the lead up? Like, how did you find your teammates? All that. I want to know.
So internally at the gym, it was a very fun. So we were following Misfit at the time.
Gotcha.
It kind of has disbanded over the years, and Seth, I think, now does Jump Shift. At the time, we all did Misfit, and we would do camps. So the Misfit would run a camp, and we actually had them come out to do the camp, and so we would use that to qualify the team that would then try to qualify to the Open in semifinals, or I guess back then it was regionals.
Yeah.
So we had kind of like an internal, like validation process, and that's how we did it. And it was a huge crew too. It was a lot of people wanting to be on the team and go to the games, and so that always made for a fun experience.
Right.
Just always constantly battling each other. Yeah.
I remember when I was first looking into Duratus, I found a video of you guys training on the worm, and it was one of those like logs where 4-person, was it 6-person team or 4-person? I think it was 6-person. Six. Yeah, and you guys are messing with that log, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like Mayhem has the like Rogue Fitness worm. You guys are just making do with what you got, but you guys were crushing it. And I think that's when I first found CrossFit. So I didn't even know there was teams or anything like that. And I was like, what is going on here? And then I just went down a full rabbit hole of watching all the team videos and stuff. And I remember specifically, there was one day I was working out with Kevin because I would usually get off school, and then around like that 3 o'clock is when I would start working out with you guys. And I didn't even see you. I knew who you were, and I was too scared to even go up to you. Like I saw Cole Sager in there. I'm like, I'm just shaking in my pants. Like I was that guy. I was like the biggest fan, but didn't know how to talk to you. And then one day you were like, hey man, I think it was like Echo Bike and like deadlifts or something crazy. And you're like, come join me. I'm like, okay, here we go. This is my 4th workout of the day, but here we go. So dude, that was good times. I can't believe that was like 5 years ago now. But
crazy.
So you won Wadapalooza last year, right?
Yeah.
Was it last year? Yep.
Yep.
What was your training for that? Were you still following Misfit or Duratus, or what were you training to get to Wadapalooza? What program?
It was kind of like a hodgepodge of training at the time. Duratus some, and then I have become pretty close friends with James Sprague, and was finding myself being around him a lot, and then following Brute, which is the programming he follows. And so I would say, I mean, my training was it was always a lot of pieces, 4 to 5 pieces a day, whether it be out with him at Mode or back with like Johnny or Carter at Duratus. All great athletes. And then I would say right after winning Wadapalooza, I was introduced to Sentinel from Johnny Sage, and I've been on it ever since. And I love like Taylor and Bryson. Their programming I love it. I just absolutely fell in love with it. It's a ton of volume, hits everything, and so after missing out of the games in 2025 for a erroneous reason, I've kind of felt like I've been training pretty angry for most of this year, and Sentinel had fit right into that.
Yep. So I've got, Johnny is on it, Carter's on it. We've got Jackson Hinkle on it.
Yeah.
Troy Bumsguard's just joined in.
Oh, really? Okay.
Bo Sparks is in it. So I mean, a lot of like my friends and close, just guys following the same programming, so we can feed off each other. There's always that fun competitiveness, and James will jump in on some of the Sentinel stuff too, and he says he likes it. So it's just fun all around. But fully believe in the programming. They are. It's just top notch.
So I think training Sentinel was originally self-made training before the whole cease and desist came into effect. But I want to talk about Taylor a little bit. Have you met him personally?
No.
Okay.
But I've text with him.
Gotcha.
Messaged him and chatted a little bit with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I I remember when he first came on Savon's show, and like you either love him or you hate him. Like he has a mouth, and that's just the way he is. And he's very open politically and all that stuff. But I remember I was trying to make this was back when Hiller was slowly starting to pop up in like the 2022 area, 2023 somewhere in there. And there was one day, like he was sitting on the show with Savon and I forget who the other guy was, but they were just talking about his training because he had just launched Self-Made, but now Sentinel. And I made a video about it. I was like, I'm going to make a video that gets the most views. I'm just going to talk shit the entire time. And so I wish I still had that video up. I since deleted it, but it literally, the thumbnail was Taylor on his hands and knees from, I think, CrossFit Crash when they did the swimming event. And it said, self-made training program sucks. That's all it said in the title. I was like, this will get some views. And then from there, I had him reach out. I had 4 or 5 other people that are in Savon's circle be like, delete that now. Like, this, all you're trying to do is get views. Like, it's not worth it. And immediately deleted it. I was like, not a good look. I'm sorry, man. I was just trying to benefit off your program for myself. And since then, I've kind of humbled myself that this is more than just chasing views, unless you're Hiller, of course. But, man, I don't think he likes me after that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about it. I don't know him personally, like on that level. But I've talked to James about him and just what I've kind of, the synopsis I've learned about Taylor, I feel like from the outside is he may have a mouth and he's open politically, but I feel like he's pretty, like, you get what you see. Like, he's going to be honest with you. And I would appreciate that, or I do appreciate that more than anything else. It's just like he's going to shoot it to you straight. And either you like it or you don't, and that's okay.
Yeah, I like that. And a lot of people don't. It's pretty evident. And I've listened to ever since Savon started the CrossFit network. He's a little bit more chill on the political side, but I'll be at work and just listen to Savon's show, and he'll run his mouth about everything. I'm like, dude, you got your opinion. Your business is crushing. I can't say anything at this point. Like, you have plenty of people, but we got our first comment here. Do you know this guy?
Okay, Troy.
Oh, Troy.
Okay, so yes, I can. So Snuffy is I'm dying right now. So with the gym bros, we're all Snuffies. So it originally started from the boys, Johnny and Carter, back at Duratus, and we called each other Snuffies, or Fluffies. We just have these cute little names for each other, and it has expanded into all of my posts that I make. It's like if I'm working out with this person or that person, we're talking about Snuffies, right? And that's what we are. When you're a gym bro and you train together, you're a Snuffy.
I love it. That should be a tattoo. Snuffy tattoo. Love it. So what got you to this number of 11.2 thousand, man? That's pretty impressive.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, it is and it isn't, right? I mean, like, you see people with 3 million followers or whatever, and so I'm nothing but chump change. I think my main thing is And I heard this when a few years ago, actually it was a couple years ago. I talked to a buddy of mine, and I said, I'd like to do something, like maybe create some awareness on here where I can get a sponsor or, get my name out there, what have you. And everybody that I talked to, they were like, you just have to post, you have to be consistent, and you have to kind of find a niche that's who you are. Well, as anybody who does know me, I train a lot. I spend a lot of hours in the gym and dedicate a lot to the sport to be the best that I can. And so obviously there's that realm. And then I post every day. I post a reel or I post multiple stories. And so I think the consistency over time has just gained some attraction from some folks. And I'm very much appreciative of the people that do follow and give a like or even a consideration of looking at what I do. Because I may post one reel, which is one workout, but they didn't see the 4 other workouts that were done that day. Recovery time, or all the food that you got to eat. And it's just, I think for any CrossFit athlete, it doesn't matter if you're a professional or not, there's an insane amount of time and commitment that gets put into it, which I think can roll into a lot of things in life. But I just feel there's a lot of value in that.
Absolutely. So a lot of people in the CrossFit space, they'll track their macros and they know exactly what they're putting into their body every day. I have tried that several times. I have never been able to. The one time I was able to gain any body weight at all was when I did my road to 500 pounds, like a year and a half ago, I guess now. It is devastating how hard it is to put food in your body when you're training that amount of time. Like, you have to take in calories on calories and calories. So I'm curious, do you track macros at all, or what's your diet like?
No, I don't track them.
Wow.
Doing this long as I have tried a lot of things. And I think generally everybody's different and everybody operates different. Obviously, body size is the way they react to things. And what I have found and what I do works for me. And and I do it with intentionality. So I eat a lot, like, obviously, but I eat in between every workout. So not only do I get up, I eat right away. I get out of bed and I go walk right to the pantry and I'm starting to eat. And then I drink coffee and then I eat again. And then in between workouts, I'll constantly eat, more for the thought of when I'm competing, I don't have an issue eating. I know I've heard a lot of athletes say, oh, I can't eat on comp day, or I struggle to eat. And I'm like, dude, I could eat so much in between workouts. And I mean, I'll eat a banana in a Jocko shake and then go do ski sprints and be just fine.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
I do think
have
that's
the
a condition
butterflies and
thing.
everything. Yeah. You said what?
It's a condition thing. Like, you need to do it. You need to train that way. So you need to eat snacks. You need to eat things constantly so that when you're competing, it's just ingrained in you. But
So I've only done a couple competitions, nothing to your level at all. But even the Lincoln, I remember my go-to for lunch, it would be some ground beef, rice, and some sweet potatoes. Just easy, mix it up. There's some protein in there, some carbs, whatever. And I remember, I think it was last year or the year before when I did the Lincoln, and I had to do the squat clean at 275, the biker workout with the deadlifts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you recall that, but
Yep.
I couldn't eat my breakfast. I just wasn't having a good competition, and butterflies all day. Once they announced that, I was like, 275 is my max. I want to do it for the Instagram reel. If I'm being honest, that's the only reason. And I was like, I got to get something down. And that's the only time I've been able to eat a full meal during competition. So my nerves, dude, that's awesome that you can put down some food, because I know a lot of people that they get there and they're sucking down applesauce just to get anything in. But do you still experience nerves like that at all?
Not really. Not as bad.
Wow.
It's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'd be shaking.
I will say,
thumb tape on and everything.
I guess my closest competition is to reference was the Mode Classic. Shout out to that event. It was amazingly ran and well done. Yeah, that's a picture from
This is
the ring muscle up event.
love it.
Yeah, and I just remember thinking like, because I did qualify for the elite, the young boys group,
Yep.
and what a phenomenal group of athletes. And I was just like, I guess I think the nerves went away because I just felt so blessed to like have the chance to like compete against them. So I felt like I was more thankful than I was nervous that I wasn't going to do well.
Oh, I lost your audio again, brother. Just went away out of nowhere. Nope. There you go. Yep, I'm back.
It's weird. It's like connecting from my phone through this, and so if it disconnects,
really?
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
Yeah, that is
Anyways.
weird.
Well,
We're good though.
So,
we're good.
Yeah. So I guess my whole point is that I just felt so blessed that I get to actually compete with them. That the nerves just weren't there, and I think that same way even too when I competed against the age group guys, like they're just so phenomenal. I just feel so blessed that it's not I guess the nerves are just not as bad.
Yeah, I mean, people handle competition differently. I've talked to several people that they're not nervous until literally the lead up to 3, 2, 1, go, and then all the nerves go away. And I've had it where I'm so focused on the workout that I will literally start and then forget what I'm doing. Like I get so caught up in my head. So I take notes from people like you that can just go out there and perform. But that's awesome. I kind of have a random question for you. So, your tattoos, what are the meanings of them?
All of them mean something, so I appreciate that. So the one that goes up the left side of my neck, it says so it's luck, strength, and family, and I do it in that order because I'm lucky enough to have the strength to provide for my family. So I think for me, it's just how lucky and blessed I am to can do that. So that's the one on the my left neck up and down.
Love it.
The wording on my right side, actually I got that shortly after my mom passed away.
Okay.
Many years ago. And then the surrounding portion of that is a mountain with trees outside. It's just nature. And then I have my kids' names in the mountain because they're my foundation.
That's amazing.
Yep. And yeah, so just nice reminders that it's there. And then I have, which is funny. So the quote actually on the right side is from Frederick Douglass, and then the quote in the back of my forearms is from Bob Marley. And it says that if I can get it right, it's funny, I have a tattoo, but I don't want to butcher it. It says, "The truth is, everyone's going to hurt you. You just have to be willing to find the ones worth suffering for." And
love it.
I have a weird thought, or a weird mindset about that true happiness is found inside of chosen suffering. So, would you choose to suffer for certain things, like you CrossFit, like you choose to go in and beat the shit out of yourself, and but we love it and we want to go back and do it again immediately, or how much more can we do? You choose that pain, that suffering. I mean, you choose, a lifelong commitment with somebody, but you argue at times, or there's hard moments. It's like you choose it, so there's value. Kids are hard. I've got 3 kids. It's hard, but you look back and you think about them, you get misty-eyed and cry because you're like, it's my greatest accomplishment. So, yeah.
That's amazing. See, I told you it was a random question, but I have just been – so I got my first tattoo probably about a month ago now, and just looking at CrossFitters, I love to see, like, it makes me laugh when I see the whole Bible verse on the side, like riches. I'm like, you are just a wannabe. That's all you are. Like, it cracks me up. So I love knowing the, like, true meaning. And sometimes it's just a random design that people think look cool, but I'm going to make that one of my segments on the show is what's your tattoo meaning? Because it's just awesome in my opinion. So you mentioned James Sprague. How often do you train with him?
When he's in town
Yep.
and not traveling like a psychopath, I try to be out there at least once or twice a week with him specifically, and also buddy Jackson Eagle, he'll come out and kind of join in the group too, or kind of other various people. If Troy's in town, or if I can pull Johnny out there, Carter and
Yep.
such. But yeah, I love to be around him. He's just such a phenomenal athlete, but I think the other side of him too as a person, like we could connect a lot spiritually, even outside of fitness and just life things and finances and everything you can think of. And just I just surround myself with people that are of caliber, that are constantly trying to achieve more and better. And I want to try to beat him as much as I can, which is very rare. I mean,
Right.
0.1%. But he's the mecca, right? He's the guy, and
Yeah.
so amazing human and just such a great athlete to be around.
I thought it's funny because I think of my friends that are like in CrossFit, and most of my friends are quite literally double my age. And it's funny how CrossFit connected us. Like it's kind of that community side, but most of my friends have kids. They got their careers figured out. They don't really compete. They just do it for the community, just to move their bodies. Those are my best friends. And I look at like you and James, and you two are like doing the exact same thing. And that's what's cool about CrossFit is you can do the exact same thing but be 20 years older or 20 years younger. Like what other sport can you connect like that? It's just really powerful. So
I agree.
yeah, talk to me about Jocko Fuel, which is that a sponsor or are you an ambassador?
So I am a product sponsor.
Sponsor.
So I was introduced to them in January at Wadapalooza when I won. James introduced me to them, and I talked to a gal named Maddie West there, and she said, "Oh, you should reach out." And so we'll, maybe we'll start you on a product thing and just kind of see how it goes. And so for the past year, I've been working with them. So they send me, I think it was like $200 or $250 a month of product, and they're like, "Yeah, just put it on your Instagram, those kind of things." I think that's been great. Well, fast forward to this January, I reached back out to her again. We talk usually once a month, and we kind of almost like doubled that as we see some success in our partnership there. And but of course, that came with you need to specifically do this stuff now, whereas before it was a little more loose.
Right.
Just promote it whenever, but now it is a very I'll get a monthly memo similar to James, and it'll say this during this specific week you need to post about this, this product or this promo that we've got. So, as we climb further into okay.
There you go.
I don't know why it's so strange.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on your side or my side. This is my first one with the dual guest. So.
Yeah, it's mine. It's I've never had it go this way, but I think it's the streaming thing. Like my phone has to be on, but whatever. So yeah, so working with them more. I hope that the aspirations of Jocko is I can continue to work with them more and more, so that that I can push more of the product out, be more influential for them. Because, well, I don't just do it because they give me the product. Like I drink it. I drink all of everything that I put on there. I drink and I use it regularly. So, and my kids do it. Like my daughter, she's super active in sports, and so she drinks the Jocko Hydrates very often, especially in summer. She needs electrolytes and stuff.
I've had so they used to send stuff to Mayhem all the time, and I've tried their protein. It's pretty good. Their pre-workout though is my favorite for some reason. I love his pre-workout. Like the is it the Dreamsicle one? That one tastes like a freaking lollipop in your mouth or a popsicle in your mouth. I'm like, that's insane. They got something figured out. Jocko is actually so great. Bradley, do you have a code?
I do. Bradley 15.
Bradley 15.
And
Awesome.
I would say, like most codes, you use it one time and you get the 50%. And then what I would say though is, as a favor, that if anybody does want to use that for it, as long as you click my link, I'll always get credit. You know, even if you like Jocko's doing like a 2-for-1 or a BOGO on their website, as long as you click my link and take advantage of their discount, I still get, the little tick that they're looking for. So,
gotcha.
For everybody
click your link.
Click my link. Yeah, I think you can actually click my link, go use James's code, and I still get the tick credit. So.
Oh, really? Okay. They got you hooked up good.
As long as my link is clicked, pushed you to the website, that's all that they really care. It's driving traffic so that they get.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to try some Jocko, use Bradley's link, and maybe he'll join me again. Show me or tell me about first time person trying CrossFit. I've actually had Lainey's sister just got into it. What's your advice to them? Like, what if they want to compete? What's your advice? They saw Rich Froning win the games 10 years ago and they want to try it. What's your advice?
That's a very general question.
Yeah, man.
Be willing, I would say overarchingly, be willing to fail.
Yeah.
I don't think that we fail enough, and because we're so scared of it. Whereas, like, if you're not ever like pushing to that failure point or getting to failing, are you really pushing that hard? It's like, because you asked us competing, so if you're competing or want to compete, I think that we even tailor workouts where we're afraid to do certain things where it's like, oh, well, I should drop the barbell so that I can hold on to another set. And it's like, but how are you going to grow? How are you going to create that new threshold of, VO2 max or, muscle stimulus or constantly trying to search for failure.
I love it. Yeah, I've had a lot of people, because I've been doing this for, I think this will be my 10th CrossFit Open. Been watching it for 12 years, 10 years of actually competing. But I've had a lot of people at work that are like, man, it looks so fun, but I'm just scared. Like, you're not going to be the best when you first walk in. You never are. And the biggest thing for people listening or watching, just walk into your local affiliate and say, you just want to learn. Be willing to learn. It's the biggest thing. And, but CrossFit, I can't recommend it enough. Like, it changed my life. Like, I can't go a day without it almost. Like, I'm either watching it or doing it every single day. And so get into those rabbit holes and just learn as much as you can. And it's really worth it in the long run, whether you end up competing, coaching, whatever. So, speaking of coaching, do you do any coaching?
No,
not for you.
Nope. Well, if somebody is in class or has questions, or if I see something I can help out, I think there's a general good practice of giving back to the community that way and providing other athletes with those things, because other athletes have done it for me.
Right.
But being like a coach in a class, I just, as of right now, I'm just trying to stay focused on the athlete trail. I do have goals that I really set for myself in the athlete space that, and I do work full time. I have a full-time job and I have 3 kids. I just don't know if there's a space for coaching right now.
Awesome. Good answer. I love that, because a lot of people, A lot of people are like, I'm gonna get my L1, as they've been talking about it for 10 years. Like, you're either in or you're out on coaching, in my opinion. Like, there's no middle ground. You have to be committed to that thing. What's your favorite workout? Do you have a favorite workout of all time?
All time?
All time.
I feel like I've done so many.
What about favorite movement?
Favorite movement? Probably double unders.
Really?
I can weirdly recover in double unders.
Yeah.
And they don't seem very fatiguing. I think I've done. Now this isn't on Tudor Magda's level of 1,000, but I've done 500 unbroken, and felt like I could have kept going. It just seems like it's one of those movements that I think any athlete has got that one movement or two, or I guess if you're the best in the world, you've got multiple. But you kind of just like it just clicks really easy, and it just is a little more effortless. And so I say probably double unders.
I have done, actually, there's one workout in particular that I remember doing with you and Kevin, and I think it was 500 double unders 4 times, and every time you break, it's a 400-meter run. This was years ago. I don't know if you still remember it, but you freaking smoked us.
That's what I did to Brooklyn.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, me and Kevin are on like our 3rd run, and you went completely unbroken. I'm like, this guy either didn't count his reps right or he's super fit, but that was one of the most impressive things I've seen, was just you doing freaking double under. So I'm not surprised by that answer at all. So
yeah.
Well, what's next for you, man? Competition, anything?
I mean, yeah, the goal is I have little goals, but the goal is podium. I want podium at the games, and I'm working my tail off every day to, and that includes recovery and taking care of the body. I'm doing everything I can to put myself in a position to stand on that podium.
I love it. And what did you get last year? What place?
So last year I missed the games.
Oh, you missed?
From a 1 rep. Yeah, so I finished. So to kind of answer your question, 2024 I went to the games. I finished 10th in the world. 2025 we did the online semis, and the judge miscounted my dumbbell snatch by 1 rep, and so basically that workout was wiped out, and it dropped me out of. I think I was 14th in the world, and it dropped me out of contention to go to the games for a 2-second movement. And I pleaded my case to Adrian Bosman. James Sprague wrote a letter for me on my behalf, and I missed on the 2025 games for 1 rep.
That's always how it goes.
It wasn't a capacity thing; it was just a miscount, unfortunately.
Wow. I think of like Paige Powers, how she missed semifinals because of 1 box step over on one of the workouts. Like they're pretty cutthroat when it comes to movement standards. It's insane. Speaking about competition, the Open is coming up, and do you have any predictions for 26.1?
I think that's funny, Trek. 26.1 predictions. I think that it's going to be. I think they're going to do the dumbbell burpee style of something again. It's going to be probably a little worse in the sense of maybe it's 2 dumbbells or what have you, but it's going to be how bad you want to burn. 26.
Do you watch any of Dave Castro's weekend reviews?
I do here and there.
Yeah. I keep a pretty good eye on it, and his new thing is like every year he says it's going to be a mental challenge, blah, 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 and it's like 2 movements that suck for 10 minutes. So I'm not sure what their layout is. I saw they have the Air National Guard involved, and they're going to do it. They're going to do the last one at like Wadapalooza, SoCal, and all that. So I'm really looking forward to this Open. I think it will be special. And with the way CrossFit's been the past couple of years and like World Fitness Project popping up and stuff, I think this will be one of those years that kind of peak out on the charts, because last year there was only 400,000 people, if that. I think there will be a lot more people this
Yeah.
year. They've done an incredible job of promoting it, and just like, I'm a media guru. I look at all the media that they put out, and this year, for some reason, I think it's going to stand out. So awesome, Brad. Well, I
agree.
appreciate you hopping on. We're about 40 minutes in. Not a bad podcast for a first time. So, any last words, bud?
I just want to say thank you to you and to everybody in my life. I just am so blessed, and I just want to say thank you for everything,
Absolutely.
every friendship, every comment, every hug, everything involved with everybody around me. I just want to thank you for how awesome everybody is.
Absolutely.
That's what I got.
No, I appreciate you, and I'm hoping this thing continues to grow, and I'll have some special guests. But I'd love to have you back sometime. And if you know anybody else that wants to join, shoot them my Instagram, and we'll make it happen.
Will do. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good afternoon.
Okay, you too.
Well, that was awesome. Brad's a really good dude. So later today, we might have one more podcast with a guy local from Mayhem. And then after that, it's back to the work week. But thank you guys for watching, viewing, subscribing, all that. Making my dream happen. Hoping to do at least 1 or 2 weeks. So if you're new, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And we will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much. Peace out.